Hello, everybody. Welcome to a sketchbook tour for a sketchbook that I started March 6th, 2021. 2021 and finished on September 13th, 2025. It did sit on my shelf for a while. It is a Strathmore 400 series. It's the drawing one, so the paper is like for drawing specifically. Not very mixed media friendly. Although by the end of this, I decided I really didn't care, and I just wanted to get it done so I could put it on my completed sketchbook shelf instead of my active one. So as we do, we start with stickers. This is one of my like original stickers from way back in the day for Super Creative. I still want to do something with Super Creative. I think it has like, I don't know, it needs to be something, but has only ever been a sticker. I almost actually called Art Hang Party, which is the weekly live drawing session that I host here on YouTube. I almost called Art Hang Party the Super Creative Happy Hour, which I thought would have been pretty fun. But I settled on Art Hang Party. And then this sticker here is from Tink Illustration, Octavia Brummel, who I was a pretty big fan of back in the day. And then my contact information. And the first thing that I drew in the sketchbook is just a page of doodles using Prismacolor Premier Color pencils because, of course, right before this, I would say like up until a couple of months before this, I was drawing exclusively on my iPad digitally. And so somewhere around the end of 2020, I got the itch to like ditch the iPad. I got some Pentel Sleechy pens, like super thin pens, and just started drawing traditionally on paper, and I have not looked back really since. I actually think I did this on a very early Twitch live stream, Art Disco, one of our very first Art Disco live streams, which is where my husband Ray DJs house music, and then I would draw something on the side of that. And for this one, I think people were like giving me things to draw, and then I would like look up a reference photo and draw it. But yes, I was very much watching Cheyenne Barton vlogs during this time. This is very much inspired by Cheyenne Barton, but yeah, cute, right? I don't know. I think it's still cute. And actually, these drawings got me started working with the company that I am working full-time graphic design for now. So there you go. And then I started doing a different subject every day. So this is drawn with the Pentel Sleechy pen, which at the time was Fran Nerd's favorite drawing pen. I still have a box of them, actually. I bought a whole box of them. And yeah, so I was picking a different subject every day and just filling a page. I did get a gray alcohol marker from the art store for a little bit of shading to get fancy. And these were just drawn straight pen, no pencil first, which is my favorite way. Bears, trees, lobster, which was an odd subject, faces. I can still see like some similarities with how I draw faces today, I think. Yeah. Hairstyles. This inspired an Art Hang Party not that long ago, hairstyles through the ages. Pinterest was my friend back then. Basketball players. I still need to do that as an Art Hang Party. Australian wildlife. We're doing that in October, actually. Raccoons. Squirrels. They're so cute. French pastries. Vintage tins. Part of my digital drawing adventures, I used to do a lot of hand lettering digitally. I can't do it now. Like I've lost anything that I ever knew about it. But so this page here was a nice kind of throwback to that. But straight pen, no endless undoing. And then I started playing in color, some more successful than others. Just having fun painting on, not painting, but drawing on paper. This one, I'll see if I can find it. This is like the sequence of dancing from Flashdance. I found this website that had like individual frames of the dance. And so I took pictures of each of those and animated them together. And then you can actually see the dance happen, which was pretty fun. I should have it somewhere. 1980s TV. This is a cute page. This is a cute page. This is when I got a glass dip pen and it showed up chipped. This was a art prompt from Sophie McPike. And I just cut flowers out of the LCBO, which is the Liquor Control Board of Ontario, are like, what do you call it? Liquor stores? Yeah, liquor store. Free magazine. Dip pen. This was like really super wet, and then I think it was Pearl. My cat Pearl came and stepped right in it, and then like had ink everywhere. This is my first time drawing outside in the park. This is my first time drawing from life. One of my first self-portraits inspired by Sophie McPike. I think this was an art prompt. Very scribbly art prompt, playing with the broken glass tip pen. I was into punch needling for like 30 seconds, but I couldn't get the hang of it. But these designs were pretty fun. Another Sophie McPike art prompt where you would cut out a shape and then like I had it here and then like just random drew and doodled and stuff. So then you get the negative space of it here and then you get like the positive space of it here. That was pretty fun. Probably also another Sophie art prompt. feels very Sophie. This was for a commission for Metrolinx, who I now work for. Yeah, there you go. Look at that. The beginning of our relationship. Way back in 2021. Isn't that funny? They were going to use this for one of their brands as an idea for like random like sticker illustrations and stuff. And then we skip to June 13th, 2025. Yeah, so big jump forward in time. This guy has sat on my shelf for all of that time, just waiting to be finished, and like not even halfway. I wasn't even halfway through. So this was a drawing session, Zoom session with Charlotte Hamilton, where we were just focusing on shadows. So just shapes and shadows. Shadows as shapes. These are some drawings from my niece Olivia. We went out to see one of Ray's gigs, and she took the sketchbook so she could keep herself occupied. And then back to Sophie. This is a Scribble Brigade that Sophie hosts here on YouTube and as part of her Patreon. And yeah, it was just doing tiny little limited color drawings. So I love this page. I love this color palette. It's like a random 3 pencils that I picked up at the art store, and I just think they work so well together. I need to use them more. And then this is a Weirdo Drawing Club session with Debbie Draws Funny, where we just drew random things from her Pinterest. I say Zan Blackburn, who comes to Art Hang Party and all of the other drawing sessions, is amazing, but also she loves snails, and she calls herself a snail because she likes to draw really, really slowly, and so that is Zan riding her snail. Yeah, random. This is me testing out 100 oil pastels from Lightwish. I have a video of swatching all of these out on my channel, and actually swatching a whole lot of art supplies. I think this is 2 separate videos, but these Lightwish oil pastels, if you are an oil pastel fan, trust me, you need some Lightwish soft oil pastels in your life. Then we have Art Hang Party. This is the art disco session where we drew disco dancers to the background. So we had Ray recorded a set for us to draw to in the background, which is pretty fun to have like actual house music, like varied house music, instead of our DJ strobe background tracks. This guy is the guy that they play at the end of every Celtics game where it's a blowout and it's Gino time. That's our Gino friend. This was I had a really fun time drawing during this session. No masterpieces, but fun. This is a little note from Michelle Humphrey. And this is another Scribble Brigade. This was a previous session, so I did the replay, and I only did these 2 because I was so impatient to let my paper dry. But I love these. Just like blobby colors, and then using a wet Inktense pencil to do like single line outlines. So fun and free. This is another Art Hang Party session, which was Summer Treats. And the way that we did this, my idea was that we would pick 5 colors, and then we would have 2 minutes per color per drawing. So just drawing in shapes and color. It's very cute. This was an Introvert Drawing Club session. Anthropomorphic animals. So Beth Spencer, who runs Introvert Drawing Club, had 2 photos up on the screen at a time, and we would take, like, one was a cat and then one was a man in a tuxedo, and then we would have to like combine the 2. This is very fun. And that was just one of the people because I had extra time. I'm using alcohol markers here, so that's why they bleed through so much. But by this time in the sketchbook, like, I just really wanted it to be finished. I don't recommend this Strathmore 400 series. I don't like it. I actually don't like the 500 series either, the mixed media one anymore, but it's what I started with, so there you go. This was another Sophie McPike Scribble Brigade. And it was mirror selfies, I think, was the theme. So like outfit of the day photos on Instagram. And yeah, we started with 30 seconds, then 2 minutes, then 5 minutes. Here I switched to using watercolor and just like shapes, and then adding a little bit of line detail, which I think is pretty fun. Very fun. Introvert Drawing Club session. I did the replay of this one, and here I used Art Graph and then 2 Shin Hand Pass watercolors. And, oh, I thought that was the end of it. This is another Weirdo Drawing Club session with Debbie Draws Funny, and I used soft pastels. Oh my gosh, it's dusty. And the theme was back to school photos. And it was a wild, wild time. But yeah, soft pastels are pretty fun. Pretty fun. My intention was to use them very softly, but I just ended up going full color. So that is this sketchbook. I'm really happy it's finished and that I can put it on my completed sketchbook shelf. I think I'm nearing 40 completed sketchbooks since 2020. So that's pretty good. 40 sketchbooks in 5 years. Maybe we should do a look through all of them at some point, but do you ever get like that where like you just can't be bothered to work in a sketchbook? I was not even halfway through and I gave up on it, and then I just kind of like plowed through the end of it just to get it done. Anyway, I'll link everybody that I mentioned below, all of the other drawing sessions and things, and I hope that you join some drawing sessions because it's fun. And I hope that if you have a sketchbook that's been sitting on your shelf for 4 years, that this is motivation to pick it up and work in it, because it really is just paper. So even if it isn't for like a specific medium, I think in the end I ended up using everything in here, and like, so it bleeds through and gets a little bit crinkly. It doesn't matter. It's just for play. It's just for fun. Okay, have fun drawing in your sketchbooks, and I'll see you very soon. Bye. Oh yeah, and thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. See you later.